Azuru, Makoto, and Shuichi decided to squad up for the day. Hey, it's the protagonist! Kind of. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the horizon, and you're flying to that unknown with your United States Aviator, and welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. That is right. I think my chair is up just a smidge too high. There we go. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our first non-title match for the tag team action for Season 4. Oh, I gotta do the wheel too. Holy heck, there's so many things that need to be done today. But before that, first of all, we have entered a brand new season, so that means we got a couple new teams. We've done some mixing and mashing, some superstars shaking up, and now we have some brand new teams that are here to see if they can work better together this season. Try and get themselves some wins, trying to get some justice amongst everyone. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see who's here. I'm gonna set up the wheel while I also introduce these teams. So let's start at the top. Brand new team in Season 4. We have Pimped Out Rides with Mondo, Kazuichi, and Mew. Mew and Kazuichi are gonna work together to get Mondo not only the most dope ride possible, but also maybe a little bit of justice. Kazuichi could use some too. We also have the magical girls, Kotoko and Monika, who are the little BFFs, but they have both since obtained some magical skills, gotten some magical wins, and now they're here today trying to get themselves some magical titles at the end of the season. Band-Aid! Ibuki, Mikan, and Seiko return as Band-Aid, and also returning the Big Buff family, Sakura, Nekomaru, and Gonta. Moving along, we have the Steel-Minded Girls, Komaru, Kaede, and Sarah. Those three are here together once again, trying to reclaim their titles by the end of the season, but they're going to need a win or a fan vote to do it. The Pimps Entourage, Ryoma, Kaito, and Crazy Hyoko Extra Large, who has been banished as of last week. Can she come back? Can her friends win the title? Or can they win a game and bring her back? Who knows? Who knows? They could do it today, but maybe not. The new champs, the Thumbtack Terrors, Crazy Hyoko and Usami, a very unlikely pair, but here they are today, holding it out strong, holding those championships, so good luck to them, along with Wishes and Wizardry. We have the Wish King Rantaro and Wizard Robe Hajime. They are both magical beings, but it's like the magical girls, except I guess they do still have one person who's got green hair and another person who masters all sorts of magic. What's gonna happen with those two? Who knows? But we have more teams, even more teams. Chiaki is leading the herd with the two innocent beings with Team Animal hoodies. We have Chiaki, we have Jin, and we have Aiko from the Student Council. Hashtag Graced, also potentially called hashtag Blessed, the two individuals who were blessed by Ibuki in the Christmas in July episode and made their way to the final two spots, Mukuro and Hina. Small and mighty, we have Fuyuhiko and Chihiro, two very small characters, but can pack a punch when the going gets rough. Awful Intense returns this season because we need a team that we just root against, let's be completely honest. It's Haiji and Tengen, the Way of the Sword. Three sword masters here today. The Ultimate Samurai, Taka. Pekko is here, and Munakata. The Way of the Sword will try and slice their way to victory. The blue-haired betrayal team of freaking Sayaka and Samugi are here today. Two very villainous souls. And as we continue, we have single parenting Hiroko, which is Hiro's mom, and Jin, which is Kyoko's dad. Can they mix and match up? Can they potentially, could at the end of this season, could these two find love? And could Hiro and Kyoko be siblings-in-law? Speaking of Hiro, as we move on, we have Ultra Despair Hagakure with Kanon and Yasuhiro. The Rats return as well. Nagito, Kokichi, and So try and claim themselves a win. The Sparring Sisters, a brand new team of Akane and Tenko, works pretty well together, let's be completely honest. The Babysitters Club, a brand new team as well. We have Maki watching over Nagisa and Masaru, Little Brains and Bronze. They didn't do too well last season, so this season Maki was like, I'm gonna watch out for you guys. I'm the ultimate child caregiver, wink wink. Not really. Don't get in my way or else I'm gonna reveal my true talent. The perfect professors. Chisa, the ultimate homeroom teacher. Kizakura, the former homeroom teacher for the Danganronpa 2 cast. And we have the most perfect professor. My man Mishima has found himself in these games. Moving along, we have Card Tricks, Celeste and Himiko. These two together are all about illusions and lies. Can they work together to elude themselves to first place? The religious artists are back as well, Angie and Chitaro. Also back, the mechanical good boys, Kibo and Mekamaru. Sheep Ranch. With Monica here, there will be so many sheep shifted all around, so there needs to be people who ranch them. We have Sonia, the sheep wrangler herself, Gundam, who will be caregiving to those animals, and Daisaku's running the farm because he is the ultimate farmer. The Togami Corporation has returned. Will they finish strong, Togami, Karumi, and Pennyworth? And as we continue, hope and despair. Junko and Makoto return, teaming up once again, along with Straighten Up, because Mahiru is gonna straighten up these two. Leon and Teruteru need to be better boys, they need to be better gentlemen, just like Gonta. Mahiru is gonna straighten these two up, hopefully by the end of the season, and maybe they can all join together and win this thing. Otherwise, Mahiru is gonna Thanos snap them out of existence. The thick boys, we have Fat Togami and Hifumi teaming up together. I don't know if Fat Togami is going to be able to handle the insanity that is Hifumi, but we'll see. The Split Squad, all with split personalities. We have Corey is in the house in this Split Squad with Azuru and Genocide Jack. Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club, but they're here today. Juzo and the Great Gozu. Also returning is Expert Deductions, Kyoko, Shuichi, and Keiji. 3 detectives. Only, I guess the whole team could come out on top. We'll have to see. Neo World Assistants, 2 people who worked with Chihiro in developing the Neo World program. We have Yasuke and we have Maya. The Confectioners couple, because I guess we have to have one like canon couple in every season as a tag team. We have Haruka and we have Izuyoi. Ultra Despair boys, we have Taichi and Yuta. Gamers, we have Mitarai and Chiaki making manga and playing games, and last but not least, we have the literary arts literature featuring Toko and the arts featuring Miss Now. Ladies and okay, wait. And now it's recording. Great. And I forgot it does a 3, 2, 1 countdown. You guys can't really see. I guess you can see it like right there. That thing is. I don't know why I'm doing this. I put it up on the screen over that side. What am I doing? But I tell you what I'm doing. We're studying this because the Agent of Chaos is, well, not the Agent of Chaos, it doesn't matter if she's here. Ibuki's here, unfortunately, which means this could be a championship episode, and with so many people here, who knows what would happen. There's a 1 in 10 chance that this thing gets selected, so I'm gonna hit this plenty of times. We're releasing it right now. Will Chaos reign, or will Order that was so close. Oh boy, I thought that was it. Chaos will not reign, order remains, but just barely today. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy heck, I'm gonna stop that recording now, and geez, that's off the screen for you guys. That was close, but it'll only get closer because next time it's gonna be a 5% increase. If Ibuki's there. Hopefully she can like skip out on an episode or two, because that's gonna get cashed in, and Ibuki's probably gonna lose her title because of it. But ladies and gentlemen, after that heart-stopping, because that was so close, I can't get over that. Tell me, who's your favorite new team? We got a bunch of new teams here today. Who's your favorite new team? Who's your favorite old team that's here returning? And who do you think's gonna win this one? Those 3 things. But also, of course, the fatal one. Who's gonna be last and who's getting sent to the despair? Tell me those things. Tell me, you guys. Tell me those things in the comments. I have already spent that. I spent the thing. I should have done that while I was waiting for you guys to do your comments. In that case, I'll just take a swig of water. Because I know most of you just pause the video and then go down there and do your fancy commenting, but it's ridiculous. You're supposed to keep the video running, and while I'm talking, you guys make your comments, because then you have my soothing voice. Anywho, and while you guys do that, I'll make well, clearly, the returning team that I love the most is Band-Aid, because I'm obligated, because I am still their manager, even though they are in chaos right now because of Mikon, who I thought was going to do it today, which would have been wild. I would... Oof. Anywho. My favorite new team is actually probably either Sheep Ranch, Way of the Sword. I really like the combination of Way of the Sword, but I also really like Pimped Out Rides. I think I might give it to Way of the Sword, though. I like the combination of 3 Sword Masters teaming up together to try and take this win. And speaking of win, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler, you guys. Making the tag team bracket for the very first time, it's gonna be Literary Arts. Toko and Now, they're gonna be an unlikely duo working together, and they are going to come out on top. But as for last place, I hope it's not the Pimp's Entourage, because that would suck. It really would. It would suck if it were the Pimp's Entourage. They already have a bit of team instability. I really don't want it to be Kaito or Ryoma, but part of me feels like it might be, so I'm gonna say it's not gonna be them. I'm gonna say it's gonna be... Let's say it's Teru Teru. I got Teru Teru coming in last. He's not gonna straighten up. He's like, there's no way I'm straightening up. I'm just getting out first. That seems easier for me, but ladies and gentlemen, before we start, real talk, it has been ridiculously warm in my neck of the woods. Like, unseasonably warm for February for like a week. Like a week and some change, really. And it's like, it's almost feels like allergy season because it's been so warm here, and I hate it with a passion. But that's the gist of this. I was just sneezing for like, almost like a minute. I was like, it's coming on, so there's probably a stupid jump cut. Boys, are you guys... I'm sorry you had to, I sneezed twice. We're not gonna talk about it. Alright, so, are you guys ready? Because I'm ready, I hope. Let's do this. Let's click resimulate. You know what we have to do. It is gonna be a long one, so we have no more time for shenanigans. We gotta click resimulate not 1 time. Not 2 times. Not 3 times. Not even 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Not 4 times. But we have to hit it 1 more time. We have to hit it 1 more time. Just once. Just 1 more time. 1 more time and we are set to start this thing. Because for the 5th time we have hit re-simulate for the spiciest of RNG. All of the teams are here and we are ready to kick things off. See who is waiting as the victor of this episode beyond the horizon, and the only way to find out who it will be and who gets sent to the despair dimension this episode by clicking proceed. And at the start of it all, ladies and gentlemen, as the tributes down their podiums, that still says Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Titles. It is not a tag team title episode. Need to change that. Need to remember to change that. But the horns have already sounded, so we will not focus on that. Instead, we will focus on the beautiful sound of the horns! As Fat Togami cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. I can't believe you, boy. That's not like you. Mitarai convinces Nane-ai, Chiaki, Tenko, Chiaki, so both Chiakis, well, Taka and Mew to boycott the killing game. Corey in the house finds a home run bat inside the cornucopia. That's terrifying. Samugi forces Junko to start singing Please Give Me Wings. That's the opposite of how it usually goes. Yuta runs away from the cornucopia. Sakura grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Kanon grabs a sword. Toko and Ruruka make a secret pact to work together. Jeez Louise. Oh no, poor girl, no, it's your first seasonal episode now, oh no. Mechamaru decapitates Now with a scythe. Now I'm losing ya, I can't believe it, it hurts so much, it really does. But I gotta send you to the despair dimension, my girl Now, no. Gonta, Chisa, Leon, and Fuyiko share everything they've gathered before running. Sayaka, Kyoko, and Haiji start fighting, but Kyoko runs away as Sayaka kills Haiji. Jeez Louise. You know, I don't know, is Haiji the lesser or greater of the 2 evils? I might put him as the greater of the 2 evils. I think I have to. So, okay job, Sayaka? Kind of. It still hurt to say. It hurt my fingers to give her an okay symbol. Karumi gets a kitchen knife. Sayaka was probably looking for it. Mukuro asks Seiko and Yasuke not to be lewd in her presence. I don't think either of them would be particularly, well, maybe Yasuke. Maybe he'd say something unpleasant, but not particularly lewd. Hiro runs away from the cornucopia. Aiko and Kibo make a suicide pact, but Pennyworth manages to kill them both before they can go through with it. Rest in peace to you two. Kazuichi bashes Kaede's head in with a mace. Rest in peace to her. Masaru is sucker punched in the face and then robbed by Juzo for all of their supplies. Juzo, you just punched a child in the face. I'm surprised he's still alive. Nagito and Maya fall in love at first sight. Despite the circumstances, Nekomaru grabs a sword. Tengen runs away from the cornucopia. Celeste shoves Maki's sword down her own throat. Oh, Maki, no. Oh, I guess you really don't like blades. Genocide Jack runs away from the cornucopia. Kotoko and Sonia immediately become friends. I could see them being buddies. Daisaku grabs a jar of fishing bait while the Great Gozu gets the fishing gear. Mikon runs away from the cornucopia. Hina proposes to Jotaro. He respectfully declines, causing Hina to run away from the cornucopia, crying, "How could you, Jotaro, you hot breaker?" Hiroko argues with Monokuma. Munakata snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Mahiru and Keiji try and find a way to escape. Ibuki, once again, absolutely cocky, blows a kiss at Togami, waves toodaloo before running away from the cornucopia. Mondo and Jin threaten a double suicide. It fails, but only Jin dies, so Mondo lives through that. Interesting enough. Azuru, Makoto, and Shuichi decide to squad up for the day. Hey, it's the protagonist! Kind of. Angie finds a guitar inside of the cornucopia. Atua graces her with the power to play, taunting other players as they die. Komaru grabs a sword. Monica takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Nagisa seriously contemplates suicide. Don't do it, my boy. Mishima approaches Kizakura, Hajime, and Crazy Yoko and tells them that he will be killing them all this game. Everyone's so cocky during this bloodbath. Rantaro runs away from the cornucopia, as does so. Izuyori runs into the cornucopia and hides. Kaito and Himiko engage in a brutal bare-knuckled brawl. It is one of the most vicious fights of their lives, with each bone-shattering punch threatening to kill. After hours of exchanging blows, it finally ends with Himiko as she snaps Kaito's neck. The small mage girl is a little bit more dangerous than we thought. Rest in peace to Kaito. Kokichi snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Sarah, Usami, they both fight for a bag. Usami retreats and gives up. Taichi refuses to believe that any of this is real. Ryoma finds a huge rocket launcher. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia. Chihiro and Gundam help each other to survive the bloodbath and decide to stick together. That's cute. Look at that. I knew you two would work together. Jin runs away from the cornucopia. Akane and Teruteru fight for a bag. Teruteru strangles Akane with the straps and runs. And Peko grabs a map of the arena. We'll proceed, ladies and gentlemen, to day one. Peko severely injures Kyoko through the way of the sword, but puts her out of her misery. Rest in peace to Kyoko. Makoto constructs a shack. Ibuki investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Kiyotaka manages to insult and compliment Cory in the house at the same time. I don't know how you would give an insult and a compliment at the same time to Cory in the house. You guys are gonna have to tell me in the comments on that one. Usami finds a dimensional scythe once again, but decides, I'm not gonna use it. I'm not saving anyone today. Not you, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and not you now. Today is not the day. Hifumi, Chiaki, and Rantaro hunt for their tributes. Mekamaru hears voices telling him to kill Fat Togami. Don't do it. That man's head doesn't have a win. I guess neither do you, Nekomaru? I don't think you do. Kanon and Jotaro split to search for resources. Mondo begs Tenko to kill him. She refuses, keeping Mondo alive. Hino receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Shuichi seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Crazy Yoko manages to insult and compliment Yasuke at the same time. Ruruka overhears Fuyuhiko and the Great Gozu talking in the distance. Togami runs away from Yuta. Chihiro and Tengen and Seiko draw a crudely drawn map of the arena together. Pennyworth hides himself in a pile of snow unnoticed by Mew. Mahiru and Sakura play tricks on Azuru while Jin steals from his room. Oh no, Nagito tried to kill Hiroko, but Sayaka jumped in and took the blow. However, Sayaka's determination let her survive and turn into Sayaka the Undying. That is worrisome. An epic battle starts, which Nagito lost along with his life. If she's Undying now, what are we gonna do? This is the worst thing that could have ever happened. Kotoko talks to a tree. Kazuichi sees her from afar and laughs. Jeez Louise, Katoko. So, catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Juzo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Daisaku, Masaru, and Himiko discuss the killing life so far. Gonta travels to higher ground. Celeste steals from Monica while she's not paying attention. Nakamaru discovers a river. Sarah spends a date ticket on one of her partner's best friend's genocide, Chisa, and gives Ryoma her jacket along with a hug. That's cute. Now Ryoma's like wearing a lab coat. Mishima and Hajime play tricks on Mitarai while Sonya steals from his room. Kokichi and Teruteru get into a snowball fight. It's good fun. Toko gives Yasuhiro her jacket, even though Yasuhiro's already wearing a jacket along with a hug. There's a lot of hugging going on. Maya sees that dimensional scythe and she's like, nobody's coming out of the despair dimension today. Karumi receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Komaru receives a medical supply from an unknown sponsor. Taichi fishes. Kizakura and Nagisa threaten to double suicide. It fails and they both die. Rest in peace to the both of you. Munakata hides himself in a pile of snow, going completely unnoticed by Izuyoi. Gundam steals from Angie while she isn't looking. Samugi begs for Mikan to kill her. Mikan's like, I may be drenched in chaos, but I'm not doing that today, Samugi. Junko camouflages herself in the bushes. Nani Achiaki asks Mukuro, how are you not dead? And Mukuro responds, I have no idea. These games aren't my thing for some reason. Keiji discovers a river, and Leon dies from an infection. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost quite a few. We have almost 90 competitors, and today we lost 14 of them. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Now. Haiji. Aiko. Kibo. Kaede. Maki. Jin. Kaito. Akane. Kyoko. Nagito. Kizakura. Nagisa. Leon. Alright, well, if we say everybody's statuses, we got plenty of people to go. No team's completely out, no instability events have come up. And I guess nobody gets instability yet, so that's good. That's good so far. Pimp's entourage, Ryoma, don't die again because you guys can't afford too much more instability, I'm telling you. No team's completely out though, so I guess we can just go ahead and proceed. Everyone's team who you're cheering for still has somebody in the running, but when we click next round, that might all change, like Mikan as she lets Karumi into her shelter at the beginning of the night. Corey in the house tries to ice skate across a lake. Fortunately, he checked the ice first and stayed safe. Fat Togami and Usami try and pull apart a kissing Kokichi and Toko. They succeed, probably because neither of them wanted to be kissing each other. Keiji and Hiro talk about the tributes still alive. Masaru defeats someone in a fight but spares his life. Tengen sings Yasuke a lullaby. Shuichi is awoken by nightmares. Seiko slices Pennyworth in half and then tries to fix them with Flex Seal. She's successful and Pennyworth somehow survives. Most people survive that event, shockingly enough. Monica puts her trust into Mukuro and allows herself to fall backwards. Mukuro doesn't do anything, watches her fall down. How rude. Hajime starts a fire. Mishima wakes up and notices Teruteru is resting alongside him. Sarah receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tenko, Katoko, Rantaro, and Jin sleep in shifts. Ibuki tries to ice skate across the lake. Fortunately, she checked the ice, and she's tupa-dupa safe. Fantastic. Gundam kisses Mondo, leaving the latter stunned. Jeez Louise. Alright. Peko tries to skate across the lake. Fortunately, everyone is just safe. It's safe ice skating out here. Kazuichi warns Ryoma to keep an eye out for Hiroko. She's bad. Jotaro gets struck by lightning and miraculously survives. Sakura puts her trust into Nani Aichiaki, allows herself to fall backwards. Somehow, with the power of friendship and the strength of her class on her back, Nani Aichiaki catches the ogre who is Sakura. Sakura now says to Nani Aichiaki that she trusts her with her life. Junko fends Makoto, Hina, and Crazy Oko away from her fire. Samugi ties Sonya to a tree, leaving her there for the night. Celeste chases Izuyoi, Chisa, and Nakamaru to enforce a curfew. Daisaku gets caught in Juzo's trap. Juzo doesn't have the heart to kill him though and frees Daisaku. That's really pleasant of you, Juzo. Taichi accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Mahiru summons a demon. Turns out it's friendly. Oh my gosh. Gonta finds a dimensional scythe, omitting a purple glow, and picks it up. With a single strike, he slices through our reality and opens a portal, before attempting to shove Sayaka in. Sayaka shifts her weight in time to throw Gonta into the portal, banishing him to the despair dimension. Sayaka, you have earned a lot of enemies in the comments. You already had plenty, but you are undying, and then you send Gonta, the goodest boy, to the despair dimension. It is up to his team to save him. Boys, it's a Sayaka hunt. In fact, let me proclaim, the way to earn your way into the squad this season, banishing Sayaka. That's the only way to do it this season. Maya confesses her love for Chiaki. Chiaki gives her a look of disapproval. Hifumi destroys Taka's supplies while he's asleep. Kanon stays up all night helping me with her problems. Chihiro and Genocide Jack cry over the deaths of their friends. Azuru catches the despair disease and won't stop lying. Yuta starts a fire. Great Gozu gets caught in Fuyuhiko's traps. Fuyuhiko makes quick work of the Great Gozu and kills him. That is, interesting. Himiko falls asleep, leaning on Ruruka's shoulder. Ruruka flushes up. Mitarai thinks about winning. Munakata puts his trust in Angie, allows himself to fall backwards. Angie does nothing, laughs at him. How rude. Togami passes out from exhaustion, and Mekamaru pile drives Komaru into the raging flames of their campfire, sacrificing her to the fire god. Mekamaru, what is wrong with you this game? Holy heck. We'll proceed, ladies and gentlemen. It is Fallen Tributes. It is day 2. That was just a long night, because so much happened. Gonta got sent to the despair dimension. Sayaka earned the rage of the entire comment section. Let's keep going. Magikarp uses Splash on So nothing happens. Of course, nothing ever happens at the start of day 2 while Celeste is tending to Himiko's wound. She rubs some salt into those wounds. Yasuke dies from an infection. Chiaki receives medical splash from an unknown sponsor. Crazy Yoko violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit like the crazy soul that she is. Nanai, Chiaki, Chihiro, Sonya, and Jotaro raid Jin's camp while he's hunting. Munakata falls into a pit but somehow lives. Masaru picks flowers. Chisa eats too much candy and she can't sit still. Makoto chases Taka. Ryoma stares at Cory in the house who was wearing a bikini. In the snow? Ryoma flushes up, how cute. Yuta makes a gingerbread man. The gingerbread man leaps up and runs away. Yuta watches it go in disappointment. Fuyuhiko hunts for other tributes. Shuichi manages to insult and compliment Samuki at the same time. He's like, wow, that's a very good cosplay you're wearing. And she's like, oh, he thinks I'm cute, but I'm not wearing a cosplay. Mukuro tries to spearfish with a trident. Karumi sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Daisaku knocks Gundam out with a boomerang. Ruruka attempts to strangle Izuyoi, but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulders. Good, because that's your tag team partner. Rantaro talks to a tree. Mishima sees him from afar and laughs. Pennyworth catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Fat Togami, Usami, and Mew come up with a complicated escape plan. Kokichi feigns death, tricking Keiji into ignoring him. Mitarai says to Nekamaru, "You matter. Don't worry." How pleasant. See, that's the heartwarming version of that one. Sakura tries to spearfish with a trident. Hajime confides in Peko. Kotoko and Junko make snow angels. Sarah feigns death, tricking Mahiru into ignoring her. Sayaka knocks out Tinko with a boomerang. Genocide Jack receives a scythe from an unknown sponsor. Unfortunately, it's not a dimensional scythe. Teru knocks Kanon out with a boomerang. Angie begs for Hina to kill her. She refuses, keeping Angie alive. Juzo vows to never give Maya up, let her down, run around, or desert her. Mondo scares Mikan off. Togami receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Hifumi stares at Tenkin, who's wearing a bikini in the snow. Hifumi flushes up. How cute. I can't believe that. Hiro sprains his ankle while running away from Azuru. Monica says to Mekamaru, "You matter, don't worry." You're luring him into a trap, aren't you, Monica? You're gonna kill Mekamaru, I'm calling it. Toko explores the arena. Hiroko chases Ibuki, and Kazuichi is unable to convince Seiko not to kill him. That's the end of Kazuichi, and we have to proceed to the Fallen Tributes. We only lost 6 people today. 6 folks, but can we get a clear day moving forward? Taichi. Gonta. Banished. The Great Gozu. Komaru. Yasuke. Kazuichi. If we see everybody's statuses, no team is completely out yet. I don't think, unless we lost Yuta. Did we lose Yuta? No, we didn't lose anybody on any team that already had someone out, so nobody's earned instability yet. There's teams with 1 person left, but nobody's earned it yet. We're getting close, though. I feel it. I feel like one of these days is gonna be a big... Oh, it's only Sarah left for the Steel-Minded Girls. Oh, boy. Hopefully they don't get instability. But all the Band-Aid is in right now. Let's remember that. But we can't jinx anybody. They're all gonna get out. I just jinxed them. What have I done? Let's proceed. Let's see if my jinx is maybe okay. Maybe I don't have a jinx anymore. Maybe it's gone. Because at the start of night 2, Hifumi dances in the moonlight, Kurumi wakes up and notices Daisaku resting alongside her, Angie hugs Jotaro, but Jotaro doesn't like it and kills her for it. That should really be tag team instability, if I'm being completely honest. Crazy Hyoko calls Toko over to their secret cave. How scandalous. Azuru cries himself to sleep. Sonia summons a demon. Oh, it turns out it's friendly. Well, that's okay, I guess. Chisa chases Izuyoi, Mondo, and Taka trying to enforce a curfew. Cannon is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Celeste tries to treat her infection. Maya starts a fire. Mukuro and Himiko tell stories about themselves to each other. Monica warns Mishima to keep an eye out for Usami. She's a dastardly soul. Keiji thinks he can win as long as he believes in the hots of the gods. Mitsurai slips on an ice rock, bruising his leg, but he's still alive. Masaru goes to the Love Hotel with Shuichi. Rantaro gets struck by lightning, but he also survives. Hajime questions his sanity. Yuta confesses his love for Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack gives him a look of disapproval, even though he's a cute boy. She's like, I'd rather just stab you with my scissors. Nekomaru questions his sanity. Cory in the house destroys Chihiro's supplies while he's asleep. Junko bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Rest in peace to Junko. Jin calls Tinko over to their secret cave. That is scandalous. What are you two doing? Tsumugi goes to the Love Hotel with Nane and Chiaki. Both die of exhaustion. Rest in peace to the two of you. Pennyworth shares a scarf with Makoto to stay warm. Chiaki goes to the Love Hotel with Hiro. Munakata throws a knife into Tengen's chest. That's the end of Tengen, and it might be the first team completely out because Haiji's already gone. Pekko, Seiko, Sayaka, and Mew sleep in shifts. Mekamaru slices Sarah in half and tries to fix them with Plex Seal and is successful because I thought it was the end of Sarah, but she's still alive. Held together by tape. Togami, Juzo, Kokichi, and So huddle together for warmth. Mahiru and Hiroko track down and kill Ibuki. Rest in peace to the champ. Gundam and Hina promise to keep each other safe through the night. Sakura calls Teru over to their secret cave. Scandalous. Maybe Sakura really finds Teru hilarious for some reason. And Teru is too scared to resist. Fat Togami tries to sing himself to sleep. Katoko gives Ruka a Valentine before running off into the night. Ruka tears it to shreds because she's a demon. Someone summoned her into this game. Ryoma dies trying to escape the arena, will not be able to take the victory and get Crazy Hyoko extra large out of the despair dimension, and Mikan taints Fuyuko's food, killing him. Will proceed now to day 3. Tinko, Cannon, and Sarah make homemade weapons together. Hina receives a shotgun from an unknown sponsor, but Yuta rushes in and steals it. Yuta has claimed the shotgun for himself. Munakata seems to be dead, but it's alive. Mikan travels to higher ground. Mondo receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sayaka, Mew, and Juzo discuss the killing life so far. Makoto confides in Mitsurai. Monica etches a threat against Teru into tree bark. She is angry. Pekko hears voices telling her to kill Jin. She can't do that. She loves animals. Shuichi defeats Izuo in a fight but spares his life. Fat Togami makes a wooden spear. Masaru practices archery. Celeste discovers a river. Sakura questions her sanity. Sonia picks flowers. Katoko sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Mahiru glares at Usami and says, "Do you want to die?" Usami says, "No, not today particularly. Thanks for asking." Daisaku discovers a river. Pekko picks flowers. Jotaro tries to sleep through the entire day. Gundam practices archery. Hifumi defeats Azuru in a fight but spares his life. I don't know how you beat that demigod. Nekomaru puts all of his faith into Atua. Taka tries to strangle Keiji but ends up massaging his shoulders very awkwardly. Ruruka runs away from Pennyworth, who is being held together by a flex seal. Himiko receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. So receives hot chocolate from an unknown sponsor. Hiro stares at Mukuro, who is wearing a bikini in the snow. I didn't expect her to be wearing a bikini at all. Hiro flushes up how cute. Rantaro, Togami, and Kurumi hunt for other tributes. Cory in the house investigates the school ground looking for clues. Mekamaru seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Mishima, Chisa, and Chihiro get into a fight, but Mishima triumphantly kills them both. That is the end of Chihiro's team right now. And Chisa, who was on Mishima's team, I guess Mishima was like, I'm in the moment, don't disturb me. Genocide Jack knocks out Hajime with a boomerang. Hiroko manages to insult and compliment Toko at the same time. Chiaki had to go to school and immediately leaves the arena, but was killed on contact with the barrier. I guess she's a prime student. She was like, I gotta go to school. I gotta go. I'm gonna go this way, and now she is dead. Maya breaks Kokichi's legs but keeps him alive, and crazy Hiyoko travels to higher ground. We are done with today. 11 more cannon shots, 11 more lost souls. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Angie, Junko, Samugi, Nane Chiaki, Tengen, Ibuki, Ryoma, Fuyuhiko, Chisa, Chihiro, Chiaki. Let's take a quick peek at everybody's statuses. There's one team that I need to check out. I don't know if Mitsurai is alive, which means I guess you guys can cheer for this in the comments. Awful Intense was the first team out, so they get instability. Whoop-de-doo. Because I don't think many people are rooting for them, if I'm being completely honest. Alright. Most teams still have players in. I think the only teams that are gone are the Pimp's Entourage, Small and Mighty, Awful Intense, and... Was there anyone else? I thought there was one other team. No, there's no other team. Everyone else still has at least one person in it. We got plenty of other people to get through before you guys even get close to a saving grace pick. It's gonna be a long one today, so let's proceed on with the action until like the feast or an arena event happens and something terrible goes on. Like at the start of night 3, when Jotaro stays awake all night, Mew gets caught in Mahiru's trap, but Mahiru doesn't have the heart to kill her because she's not a terrible boy, and she frees Mew. Mishima tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind. Hiro looks up at the nighttime sky while skating together, so suddenly slices Hina's head off with a Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. Alright, so that's Fat Togami sets off an explosive, killing Tinko, Pennyworth, and Masaru. Alright, well now we're really getting going, aren't we? Okay, let's keep going. Makoto and gives Celeste a Valentine before running off into the night. Celeste tears it to shreds. Kanon and Karumi try and pull apart a kissing Juzo and Sayaka away from each other. They succeed, thank goodness. No one should ever have to kiss that demon Sayaka. Sarah confesses her love for Mukuro. Mukuro lovingly embraces her, accepting the confession. Oh, that's cute. After getting into a heated argument, Jin and Taka, they agree not to speak to each other. Mekamaru summons a demon. Turns out it's friendly. Yuta passes out from exhaustion. Kotoko forces Kori in the house to kill Ruruka or Teruteru. He decides, Teruteru, you're out of here. I'm surprised you didn't try and kill Ruruka, but maybe she's not a presentable friend for sister. So he's like, I guess I'll kill Teruteru instead. Crazy Hiyoko sets up camp for the night. Seiko warns Toko to keep an eye out for the Agent of Chaos, Mikan. Himiko and Togami huddle for warmth. Azuru is awoken by nightmares. Rantaro falls asleep leaning on Shuichi's shoulder. Shuichi plushes up, all cute. Munakata is tied down to a tree and forced to listen to Sonya's monologue about herself. Munakata dies of boredom. Rest in peace to you, Munakata. Maya stays awake all night. Monica passes out from exhaustion. Two very opposite events right there. Saku ties Sakura to a tree. I don't know how you were able to do that because she is strong as anything. Leaving her there for the night, Hajime cooks his food before putting out his fire. Gundam sets up camp for the night. Peko thinks about home. Hiroko goes to sleep. Kokichi goes to the Love Hotel with Izuyoi, but somehow wakes up next to Mondo. Keiji begs Perusami to kill him, but she refuses, keeping Keiji alive. Genocide Jack catches the despair disease and starts doing push-ups. She's about to be a strong serial killer. Nekamaru tries to treat his infection. Hifumi receives a medical supply from an unknown sponsor. And Mitsurai tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind, but falls asleep. Will proceed. It is time for day 4. As Mishima scares Taka off, Seiko stares at Makoto. Is he wearing a bikini in the snow? Seiko is loving that. How cute. She flushes up. Kokichi, Sarah, Toko, Yuta, and Mondo hunt for other tributes. So tries to spearfish with a trident. Izuyoi glares at Himiko and says, do you want to die? Himiko's like, I already had a terrible duel with my bare fist. I'm not doing this again, and she runs off. Nakamaru starts to go insane. Monica defeats Usami in a fight but spares her life. Togami kills Azuru with his own weapon. Rest in peace to the Forsaken One. Celeste chases Mew. Keiji diverts Ruruka's attention and runs off. Jin receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Gundam lets the small child who is Crazy Hiyoko lean on him as they skate across the ice. Hajime etches a threat against Mikan into the tree bark. He's like, chaos will not reign today. Sonya accidentally runs into a tree. Karumi, Shuichi, and Juzo draw a crudely drawn map of the arena together. Daisaku receives a scythe from an unknown sponsor. Rantaro manages to insult and compliment Peko at the same time. Don't know how you would do that with Peko either. Corey in the house says to Mekamaru, you don't matter. Worry. He's like, you're not a girl who I can send to sister. You're expendable. Sayaka, Mitarai, and Hiro make homemade weapons. Sakura releases her final smash, Thousand Fist of Fury, on Fat Togami and Mahiru. They both lose their final stock. Mukuro puts all of her faith into Atua now that Junko is gone. Genocide Jack glares at Hiroko and says, do you want to die? Yeah, Hiroko, you probably should run away from that one. That's a former Danganronpa Hunger Games champ. She'll kill you. Jotaro thinks about home. Cannon rips Maya's arms off and beats her to death with them. Holy heck, Cannon. You really don't like the Future Foundation. Hifumi eats too much candy and can't sit still, and Kotoko tries to spearfish with a trident, and now we can go to your fallen tributes. We lost another 10 today. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Hina. Tenko, Pennyworth, Masaru, Teru, Munakata, Izuru, Fat Togami, Mahiru, Maya. Now if we take a peek at everybody's statuses, what teams are still in? Pimped Out Ride still has 2 people in. The Magical Girls remain untouched. Band-Aid still has 2 folks remaining. The Big Buff family are trying to save Gonzo from the Despair Dimension by getting a win. The Steel-Minded Girls still have Sarah holding on strong. The Pimp's Entourage is completely out. The Thumbtack Terrors and Wishes and Wizardry are both completely in. The Animal Hoodies have both been be-hooded, but Jin remains for them. Hashtag Graced. Mukuro trying to carry on with Ibuki's Grace. Small and Mighty and Awful Intense are both gone. Way of the Sword just lost Munakata, but they still have 2 people remaining. Blue Hair Betrayal still has Sayaka the Undying. Who will she die? Who knows? Single Parenting has Hiroko. Ultra Despair Hagakure still completely in. The Rats remain with 2 folks. The Sparring Sisters, the Babysitters Club are both out. The Perfect Professor still have Mishima. The Card Tricks still have both of their competitors. Religious Artists still have Jotaro. Mechanical Good Boys still have Mekamaru. The Sheep Ranch is one of the only trios, might be the only trio actually, that still has all 3 members. Good on you guys. The Togami Corporation still has 2 folks. Hope and Despair still has the Hope side, Makoto. Straighten Up is straightened out. Thick Boys still have Fufumi. The Split Squad still has Corey, and Genocide Jack Fight Club still has 1 soul remaining. The Expert Deduction still have 2. Neo World Assistants completely out. The Confectioner's Couple still completely in. Ultra Despair Boys still have Yuta. The Mung Gamers still have Mitarai, and Literary Arts still have Toko, who's trying to rescue Now from the Despair Dimension. That is the rundown of the competitors remaining. We still have plenty to go until you guys get your saving grace picks, so we have to click proceed and keep on going. Let's do it right now. Kanan attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful at the start of this night. Mishima and Genocide Jack fight Hiroko and Usami, and yeah, Mishima and Genocide Jack survived that one, let's be completely honest. Mondo chases Kotoko, Makoto, and Nekamaru trying to enforce a curfew. Miu is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Mekamaru sings a lullaby to the baby wizard Hajime. Let's see. Corey in the house tells Yuta that he loves him. Yuta replies, if only there were someone out there who loved you. Not even your sister. Yuta, you savage. Hiro holds a secret meeting with Himiko, Shuichi, and Sayaka and Peko as Mitarai hums quietly, trying to ignore that he wasn't invited to that meeting, poor boy. Hifumi puts his trust into Sakura and allows himself to fall backwards. Sakura is like, no, no thanks. Does nothing and watches him fall. How rude. Ruruka, Taka, Gundam, and Crazy Yoko all huddle together for warmth. Sarah, Rantaro, and So Sleep in Shifts, Sonya, and Daisaku tell stories about themselves to each other. What nice teamwork you guys are having. After a heated argument, let me tell you, Juzo and Celeste are like, we should never talk again, never ever. Jin falls asleep, leaning on Mikan's shoulder. Mikan flushes up, that's adorable, an adorable scene. Mukuro puts her trust into Monica, allowing herself to fall backwards. Monica does nothing, watches her fall down before stomping her to death. Alright, Monica, that sounds about in character for you. Izuyoi, Kokichi, and Kurumi split up. No, they didn't split up. They sleep in shifts. They're not splitting up at all. Seiko receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Togami slips on the ice and cracks his head open. Rest in peace to Togami. And Keiji ties Toko to a tree, leaving her there for the night. And speaking of the night is over, and we're moving on to day 5, as Kurumi receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. It was me. I'm a big Kurumi fan, let's be honest. Hajime and Yuta work together for the day. Gundam makes a gingerbread man. The gingerbread man leaps up and runs away. The gingerbread man is running away from Gundam. Gundam is sad, watches in disappointment. Crazy Yoko hears voices in her head. They talk to her, they understand. They talk to her and tell her to kill Mew. Toko attempts to massage Jin's shoulders, but accidentally ends up strangling him. Toko, no! The animal hoodies are out of here. Mondo sets off an explosive, but nobody was in the blast radius. Kotoko is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Mishima explores the arena. Monica etches a threat against Juzo into tree bark. Mitarai confides in Nekomaru, who takes notes so he can exploit him later. While Izuyoi is tending to Sakura's wounds, he rubs salt in them. You're gonna regret that, Izuyoi. Kanon shoots a poisonous dart into Mikan's neck, slowly killing her. Rest in peace to you, Mikan, the agent of chaos. Himiko hears voices in her head telling her to kill Cory in the house. That's probably wise. This is probably your revenge for chapter 3. Jotaro tends to Taka's wounds. Uruka, Hiro, and Keiji get chased by a rampaging Sayaka who is undying, unfortunately. Makoto dies trying to escape the arena. Makoto is dying, unfortunately. Sonia investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Celeste begs for Peko to kill her. Peko's like, I'm not trying to get that blood on my hands. You're not dying right now, at least not by me. Kokichi falls into a pit but somehow lives. Daisaku and Genocide Jack fight Mekamaru and Seiko. Mekamaru and Seiko survive. Rest in peace to Daisaku and Genocide Jack. Hifumi, So, Rantaro, and Shuichi raid Sarah's camp while she's hunting. She's there like she's a former champ. She's a sharpshooting, steel-minded girl. She's gotta have good things at this camp. We lost 9 more. We are at day 5. It is time to hit a lovely Claire de Lune for the 9 lost souls in this brutal game. Hit it up for Hiroko, Usami, Mukuro, Togami, Jin, Mikan, Makoto, Daisaku, Genocide Jack. And now, we're getting kind of close. Getting kind of close to the end. We saw Mondo and Mew for the Pimped Out Rise. 2 people remain, both of the magical girls. Band-Aid still has 1 soul remaining, the Big Buff family got 2. Steel-Minded girls still have Sarah. Thumbtack Taros only have Crazy Yoko. Wishes and Wizardry still completely alive. They're kind of the sleeper pick for this game. The Wish King and the Wizard Robe Boy himself. Animal Hoodie is graced. Small and Mighty and Awful Intense are all out. Way of the Sword still has 2 folks. Blue Hair Betrayal still has Sayaka. Single Parenting is now completely out. Ultra Despair Hakakuri completely in. The Rats still have Kokichi and So, but the Sparring Sisters and the Babysitters Club are completely out. Perfect Professor still has Mishima. Card Trick still completely alive. Jotaro remains for the Religious Artist. The Mechanical Good Boys still have your boy Mekamaru. Sheep Ranch still has Sonia and Gundam. Togami Corporation still has the maid Kurumi, but she can get it done. Hope and Despair is hopeless and full of despair now. And Straighten Up, I told you, straighten out. Thick Boy still have Hifumi. Split Squad now only has Cory trying to come home. Fight Club still has Juzo. Expert Deduction still have Shuichi and Keiji. Neo World Assistants are gone. Confectioner's Couple still completely in. Ultra Despair Boys still have Yuta. Mon Gamer still have Mitarai. And Literary Arts still have Toko. But we gotta keep going. We got plenty of people to get through. It's still not really that close to your saving grace pick. But I'm telling you, one feast, one arena event, it could all turn around as we start night 5. As Mishima ties Monica to a tree and leaves her there for the night, Sonia, Izuyoi, and Peko sleep in shifts. Mekamaru and Rantaro huddle for warmth. Sarah passes out from exhaustion. Fumi lets Kokichi into a shelter. Ruka gives So a Valentine before running off into the night. Jealous, Sayaka kills So and takes it. That's also gonna get you a lot of bad karma with the comments, Sayaka. If she wins this game, it's going to be the worst despair. What's technically the greatest despair? The greatest amount of despair that anyone has ever felt, because she has had a terrible, well, in terms of kills, a great game, but in terms of, like, fan favorites, y'all hate Sayaka right now. Mondo and Mitarai hold hands. Cory in the house confesses his love for Crazy Yoko. Crazy Yoko's like, no, I know what you do. I'm not a good friend for your sister. Nekomaru loses sight of where he is. Jotaro ambushes Hiro and kills him. Rest in peace. Toko goes to Love Hotel with Celeste. Kotoko kisses Seiko, leaving the latter stunned, but her face is all, I guess you could kiss her on like the cheek. Her cheek is slightly exposed. Gundam defeats Kurumi in a fight but spares her life. Mew pile drives Sakura. I don't know how you did it, but you pile drived the massive beast that is Sakura into raging flames of her campfire, sacrificing her to the fire god. Speaking of fire, Yuta sets Himiko on fire with a Molotov. Speaking of fire, Kanon is left home alone and sets traps to keep herself safe. Juzo and Taka break in but die due to Kanon's traps. Hajime is also left home alone and sets traps to keep himself safe. And the expert deductions try and break in, but they die due to Hajime's traps. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a bloody night, and we're going on to day 6. No. Sayaka kills my girl, Sheep Wrangling Sonya with her own weapon. What, a rope? A sheep? How could you, Sayaka? I will never forget this. Kokichi searches for firewood. Mekamaru sprains his ankle while running away from Kori in the house. Peko lets Gundam lean on her as they skate across the ice. Mondo receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Yuta breaks Kanon's leg but keeps her alive. Ruruka finds a mysterious gauntlet, and upon snapping, they turn Hifumi, Hajime, Izuyoi, Mishima, Crazy Hyoko, Seiko, and Nekamaru into dust. 7 people, all for Ruruka. Holy heck. Okay, Celeste puts all of her faith into Atua, she will need it. Jotaro explores the arena. Kurumi and Sarah play tricks on Rantaro. Mew steals from his room while they do that. Toko repeatedly stabs Katoko to death with sighs, and Monica sings a song about how she's stronger than Mitarai as they fight. That's actually not going to be great for his psyche at all, but we'll proceed. It is time for it is time for an arena event. Oh no. Oh no. The Nanari game. Everyone wakes up with strange bracelets with numbers on them, and they can't be taken off. Monica is caught planting bombs and is forced out of the AB game. Monica loses all of her BP and dies. Rest in peace to her. Gundam and Yuta escape through the number 9 door together. Good on you two. Toko doesn't make it to the door in time and dies. Mondo escapes through the number 9 door. Kanon also escapes through the number 9 door. Kurumi plants bombs all over the arena, and the bombs go off, killing Celeste, Kokichi, and Kori in the house. Mitarai, Ruruka, and Mew escape successfully through the number 9 door. Sayaka plants bombs all around the arena, and the bombs go off, killing Sarah, Sharpshooting Steel-Minded Big Sister Sarah, Peko, and the Wish King Rantaro, and Mekamaru feels safe in his strange suit of armor. Or is that really Jotaro inside? We'll proceed, ladies and gentlemen. That turned into what was a bloody day into a day of 25 deaths. I'll have to double check because I have not been counting, but you guys might be real close to your saving grace picks now. It might be saving grace pick time. But first we gotta hit a Claire de Lune for our fallen 25 souls. So, Hiro, Sakura, Himiko, Juzo, Taka, Keiji, Shuichi, Sonya, Hifumi, Hajime, Izuyoi, Mishima, Crazy Hyoko, Seiko, Nekamaru, Katoko, Monica, Toko, Celeste, Kokichi, Kori in the house, Sarah, Peko, Rantaro. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not time yet. We're 1 short. We have to keep going. Pimped Out Ride still has 2 folks. Blue Hair Betrayal still has Sayaka with 6 kills. Kanon has 4. With Ultra Despair, Hagakure. Religious Artist still have Jotaro with 2. Mechanical Good Boys with Mekamaru with 4. Sheep Ranch still has Gundam with none. Could get a pacifist victory. Kurumi has 1 kill in the Zogami Corporation. Ruruka has 7 kills because of that gauntlet, the Confectioner's Couple. Ultra Despair Boy still has Yuta, and Mitarai has no kills for them on gamers. We gotta keep going. 1 more person until you're saving grace picks, but wow. 25 people in a day. In fact, for what could happen is you guys could not get a saving grace pick. That could happen. 9 people could die. or 10 people rather, could die before the next Fallen Tributes. That's something that's never happened, but I feel like today, we haven't seen the feast yet. Part of me believes like the feast is gonna hit. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Let's proceed. Let's hit this as we start Night 6. Sayaka, what the heck? Finds a dimensional scythe, omitting an ominous purple glow, and picks it up. With a single strike, she slices through our reality and opens a portal, shoving Nekomaru in, banishing him to the Despair Dimension as well. What is wrong with her? She's really taking the Sayaka the Undying thing to a completely unnecessary level. What is she doing? Holy heck! Nekomaru, you are also, I'm sorry, finding yourself in the Despair Dimension. Yuta and Kanon promise to keep each other safe through the night. Karumi falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Mitarai refuses to leave an injured Gundam's side. Jotaro begs for Mondo to kill him, and I'm just still shocked. I can't believe this. He obliges him, killing Jotaro. Rest in peace. Ruruka tries to get the jump on Mew, but triggers Mew's trap card. Ruruka dies to Mew's trap hole. We'll proceed. It is day 7, and Mew immediately afterwards dies of dysentery. It is Mondo alone on his team. Kanon sees smoke rising the distance, but decides not to investigate. Magikarp uses a splash on Mitarai. Nothing happens, of course, nothing ever happens. Yuta falls into a pit, but somehow lives. Thank you, Gundam, because you threw a knife into Sayaka's head. Everyone, clap it up for Gundam, because her reign of terror is over. We were waiting for chaos to reign, but we weren't prepared for Sayaka's true reign of chaos. Say it with me, everyone. Gundam, in memory of those who we've lost, I'm talking Gonta, I'm talking Nekomaru, they are still banished, but they could still get out. They're still an event. You guys have seen people brought back from the Despair Dimension before. Can we say together that Gundam Tanaka, the Supreme Overlord of Ice, is absolutely glorious! Thank you, Gundam. Thank you. And Mondo dies trying to escape the arena. Rest in peace to Mondo. That's your whole team gone today, because we are at our, final 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, final 4? We'll proceed. So we got 7 cannon shots. We lost 7 people today, yeah. That's your final 4. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Nekomaru to the Despair Dimension. Karumi. Jotaro. Ruruka. Mew. Sayaka. Mondo. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Saving Grace Picks! This has been a long game, and it's been a wild one, it has been chaotic, but we still have Kanon from Ultra Despair Hagakure. We still have Gundam from the Sheep Ranch. We still have Yuta from the Ultra Despair Boys, and we still have Mitarai from the Mon Gamers. That's shocking. To be completely honest, 3 of you have never won a game. Mitarai, Yuta, and Kanon. Gundam, you're trying to hold on strong for the Sheep Ranch. If Kanon were to win, Hero would get into the tag team finale. If Yuta would win, he would bring Taichi, and if Mitarai would win, he would bring Nane Ashiaki. So tell me who's your saving grace pick, you guys. Who do you got winning this one? Kanon, Gundam, Yuta, or Mitarai? And maybe someone will get saved from the Despair Dimension, because I did not expect so many people in one game to get taken to the Despair Dimension. That is a grand 3 souls in one game were snatched, and we got 1 more coming tomorrow because of last place. Guys, that's insane. Who do you guys got for your saving grace pick? Mitarai, Yuta, Gundam, or Kanon? I'm actually gonna pick Kanon. I think it's her time to shine. It's her time to be. She was like, now that I realized how much of a loser my cousin is, I'm gonna win this thing. I got Kanon taking this one. Hopefully you guys have made your saving grace picks by going into the comments, commenting your saving grace pick, replying to your own comment for your saving grace pick, or editing your comments for the saving grace pick. It looks like YouTube comments are doing not wonky things anymore. They seem to be okay for now. You know, YouTube will probably screw something up, so this is to you guys in the future who are watching too. We got our final 4. Hit that Ace Attorney music. That's right. Whose fate will bring them to the tag team championship match? We don't know until we click proceed, because at the start of night 7, Yuta receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Kanon throws a knife into Gundam's chest. Rest in peace to Gundam. I wanted him to win, but I did pick Kanon, so I guess I can't be too mad. And Mitarai dies from hypothermia. It is Yuta versus Kanon. In fact, in case, you know, I think it's time to double clap, because the next round is probably going to be the ending. Is it going to be Yuta? Or will it be Kanon? Ultra Despair Boys or Ultra Despair Hagakure? It is a grand mesh of Ultra Despair girls characters, Danganronpa, another episode, and one of them's coming out on top. Who will it be? Who will win? Yuta, Kanon, Yuta, Kanon. It is guaranteed justice for one of these two as I click proceed, because Kanon had to go to school and attempted to leave the arena, but she was killed on contact with the barrier. I'm sorry, I must have jinxed you, because my saving grace picks never do too well. Which means your winner, as we hit a Claire de Lune 4. Gundam. Mitarai. Kanon. From the Ultra Despair Boys, your winner, Yuta. The first time he's away from Team Retribution, this man comes out on top. He has had one heck of a season so far. He married Mew in the first game of the season, and now he's heading to the Tag Team Championship match. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Yuta. We'll proceed and see everybody's statistics, because this was a wild one. We lost 3 people today instead of just 1 to the Despair Dimension, and nobody was saved. Yuta only had a single kill today, almost got a pacifist win. Kanon had 5 in 2nd place, Mitarai had none in 3rd, Gundam had 1 in 4th, Mondo had 1 in 5th place, Saiko is a monster and had 7 kills in 6th place, Mew in 7th place with 2 kills, Ruka with 7 kills in 8th place, Jotaro in 9th place with 2 kills, and Kurumi rounding off your top 10 with 1 kill. And I'll do a slow roll, because ladies and gentlemen, this was terrifying. 3 people, Gonta, Mekamaru, and your girl now in her very first seasonal game are all victims of the Despair Dimension. Sayaka sent 2 people by her own hands to the Despair Dimension. If you guys didn't think that Sayaka was a monster before, I hope that this game proved it to you. Because that woman is a beast. She is a terrifying soul, and she deserves to be just banished to the Despair Dimension herself. You guys know it, I know it. Send her there. Send her there. We don't need to see her face this season. 86th place was now. Rest in peace to her. We'll proceed and see all the statistics. Starting off all the way at the bloodbath, Mekamaru decapitated now and sent her to the Despair Dimension with a scythe. And then later on, he gets sent with a scythe to the Despair Dimension himself, but also, unfortunately, completely innocent in all of this was Gonta. The poor boy also sent to the Despair Dimension. Can anyone get those 3 characters out? It will not happen today. It will not happen tomorrow. It might happen next week, though. Next week is the week of love. I guess tomorrow is also a lovey-dovey episode. It's gonna be a fun one. But it all ended with Kanon. She ended up getting herself killed by the border on contact, and Yuta took the win for the Ultra Despair Boys. So congratulations to Yuta, and congratulations to Taichi. They're the big winners today. In fact, there's all the kills. Sayaka and Ruruka, old tag team partners, both getting 7 kills today. Backstabbers. Freaking backstabbers. Mekamaru and Mishima both got 2. Strong showing for Mishima's first game in actual play. Pat Tokami with 3, Seiko with 3, everyone else had 2 or 1. District placements, the best district were the Ultra Despair Boys. Next were the Ultra Despair Hagakure. Mon Gamers were 3rd. The Sheep Ranch was 4th, and 5th place was Pimped Out Rides. I honestly thought Pimped Out Rides had it, but they did not. They died in the same round. That's how it goes sometimes. That is RNG, but we will go ahead. We can go back to the reaping. Ladies and gentlemen, that was this episode. Gonta, you're relying on the Big Buff family to save you, or someone next week who maybe gets into the simulator and decides to drag someone out instead of sending someone to the Despair Dimension. who knew that the first time we would see that event, it would come up so many times, and it hurts so much. But if we look at this now, the Big Buff family, they're still a duo. They can bring Gonta back. But who's really struggling? Toko's all alone for the literary arts, and Kibo's all alone for the mechanical good boys. They're gonna have to really work to get those players out. Will it happen, or will they just be in the episode at the end of the season for getting banished, the banishment episode? So it's not really that bad, but it might be a while before you see them again, unfortunately, unless they get saved. Who knows? Leon was saved almost immediately, so it could happen next week. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think any of them were slated for tomorrow's episode, because I'll have to take them out, unfortunately. Now definitely wasn't, Mekamaru definitely wasn't. Gonta was not either, so I think we're set. That was convenient for me, because next episode is kind of based on duos, so could have been bad. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this episode. It has been about an hour long, and, you know, I think it's time to just say, taking off in the year of the aviator. Voice your hate for Sayaka in the comments below, because if you thought she was gonna get retribution this season, you're wrong, because she's a demon and there's no other way around it. Stay classy, passengers. I will see you all next time tomorrow in this fine day in the year of the horizon, and I am taking off, toodling, flight crew. Thanks for watching.